Some of you don't have imposter syndrome. You're just lazy. This is for the artist who says they're stuck but refuses to do their reps. Hey everyone, you're tuned into Class is in Session. So outside of being a filmmaker and a DJ, I help artists level up their skill set, write their scripts, use what they have to create their work, and step into their power as an artistpreneur. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about no pain, no definition. So there's a common phrase when you go to the gym, no pain, no gain, which means when you're doing your reps and your body is not burning, then you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Being defined is a product of showing up and doing the work. I talk to a lot of artists that are at different stages of their career, emerging artists, stalled creatives, people scared of visibility, and people consuming more than creating. A common theme I hear about is imposter syndrome, and they're dealing with imposter syndrome at different levels. For some of you, you've done the work. You're leveling up your skill set, you're putting yourself out there, but you still walk into the room with this cloud over you that makes you feel like a fraud. But then there's a different group of you where you have excuses for why you're not writing every morning. You don't want to post that picture you just took. You don't want to sign up for a class to help you with your skill set, but you diagnose yourself with imposter syndrome. I'm talking to those people. You do not have imposter syndrome. You're just avoiding the definition that comes from doing your reps, and that is laziness. Now, when I say lazy, I don't mean incapable. I mean unwilling to be uncomfortable. Earlier I said no pain, no gain, but I changed it to no pain, no definition. If you don't go through the process of simply doing, how do you expect to develop your stamina? When you go to the gym, you may do 20 minutes of cardio. Then you do X amount of sets for your shoulders. Then you move to your biceps. For the artist, it may be working on your editing skills for an hour, taking an online writing class. Either way, there are things you can do to help improve yourself and help you become more confident. Many people want a level of success that they are not willing to put in the work for. You're just hoping that success shows up and gives itself to you. But you're going to have to put in some type of effort. Otherwise, your entitlement will continue getting the best of you. In a previous video, I said your dreams require you to become a particular type of person because you have to be mature enough to maintain, sustain, and nurture that success. You only get to that point by improving yourself, by going through the pain and transmuting it into something more powerful and productive. Now, there are several things that can happen when you freeze in this diagnosis of imposter syndrome and allow your ideas to stay dormant inside of you. Number one, you run the risk of becoming an envious troll. You're sitting on the sidelines watching everyone else go through their process. They fall, they try again. They fall, they try again. You have to remember that progress compounds itself. And the math at some point will start to add up, meaning you will eventually start to see the fruits of your labor as long as you stay consistent. But you won't get there if you're just wallowing in your self-diagnosis. You will go from anxious and afraid to a full-blown hater. Number two, your ideas will jump. There's a book that I read called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. And in the book, she says, ideas want to be made real. They float around until they find someone willing to say yes and work on them. If you ignore an idea, neglect it, or don't develop it, that idea doesn't just vanish. It may leave you and find someone else who's ready to act on it. And I'm going to add and do the work to manifest it. Now, not only are you on the sidelines, but you're watching someone else live out an idea that was meant for you to express. Understand this. When you put your art out there, someone is benefiting from watching your work. How so? Because they're getting inspired, and inspiration is beneficial. And that's because it operates as currency. Currency makes you wake up at 4 a.m. It motivates you to do something. It inspires you to light that fire. And it inspires you to play to win. Number 3, when steeped in the lie of imposter syndrome, you become bitter because you believe every thought you think. Most of your thoughts are regurgitated from the day before, and they are loaded with lies and incorrect thinking. Being bitter deactivates your creativity and your creative expressions. You get brain fog and you don't see things clearly. You'll be on social media, and rather than being inspired, you'll just criticize. Similar to what I just said about becoming a troll. Or you may see an opportunity that feels aligned to you, but you won't do it because your bitterness has convinced you that it simply isn't worth your time. So practice right thinking so you can keep yourself open to creating and creative opportunities. No pain, no definition. If you are avoiding your reps, you are avoiding success too. So you don't have imposter syndrome. You're just lying to yourself by dodging the work. So go ahead and drop your next reps in the comment section and then go do it. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all next time. Ciao.